Hey guys, today I wanted to bring up a very important topic, and this is like a very important thing for everybody. This is for students and for the parents. Like, this is something that I feel like a lot of people should watch before they start online school or before they think about doing it, or for like kids that want to go to online school but their parents aren't wanting them to or aren't letting them, or whatever is going on with that. So, to start off, I want to talk about what online school is, which it is it's a program. There are various different programs. The one that I am using right now is Penn Foster, and I would really recommend that. It is really good. It's really easy to learn. The first three courses that you take are just learning, or the first two are learning how to use Penn Foster, then the third one is like digital literacy, and it is a really good thing. Like, I recommend using Finn Foster. I know that there's a lot of other ones and I just haven't tried those, so or I haven't used any of them, and I don't think that I will, so I don't have experience with them, so I don't really have as much to say about how they are. But online school is pretty much the same for everything. At least that is what I'm going to assume. There definitely can be, like, there might be some that are like online classes or whatever, like with Zoom and stuff. But online school, from what I've done and from what a lot of other people talk about, is you sit there, read notes, or read about like a page of information about a topic. And what I've been doing and what I would highly recommend is, while you are doing that, you take notes, because I have a lot that I've written. Like, I've been trying to just take as much notes as possible so that I can keep this information, because taking notes really is helpful. Because one of my favorite things about online school, one of my the biggest pros of online school, is you have the opportunity to get so much more information out of online school than people do in in-person school. Like, you have all of the material in front of you. You know exactly what you're learning about. Like, maybe not, you don't know exactly, but you have a better idea of what you're learning about in online school than you do in person, and you don't have to go and ask somebody. For like people with anxiety who are like struggling a little bit, or people with I don't know, that will like zone out in class, like, that is really good for them because they aren't going to miss stuff. Like, if you zone out while doing schoolwork, like, sometimes I'll zone out. I'll sit there for like 30 minutes just like not even realizing what I'm doing, and I'll just zone out, and then I'll be back. I'll start doing work again, because you it's just like, it's really good for that. Like, you can use that to get all the information you need still, because somebody didn't just sit there and go like 30 minutes ahead. It was, you stayed there, you didn't do anything for 30 minutes. You basically just took a little 30-minute break. That's all that happened. You have control of what what you're doing right there. You are like, you're good if you take that like 30-minute zone out break, because you don't, like, maybe you can have something planned for the rest of the day, but I don't know, you can come back to that and you can start where you left off. And really, you don't have to work as long as people do for schoolwork in like a week. Like, at school, there is around 40 hours a week that people learn, which with what I'm using, I can get away with doing like 10 like 12 hours of schoolwork a week. I can get away with that. Like, that is a really, like, it's so much lower. That's like, I don't know how much lower, but that's a lot lower. It is perfect. Like, you have such a better opportunity with that. Like, it's self-paced. You don't have to worry about just sitting there and wasting your time with all the extra information the teachers are doing, but you can also go ahead and give yourself extra information, but that is actually like relevant to what you're learning. Because I notice like in school sometimes like teachers will literally just go off of like on rants about like random stuff, or they will like overcomplicate what they're trying to teach you about, and it's just, I don't see the point in doing that because it's not really helpful. It makes people a lot more confused. And like I remember in class in like math, whenever I was still in school, the teacher was explaining something and like everybody thought they got it, and then she just kept on explaining, overcomplicating it, so people just like were very confused. And that isn't something that you can really avoid in like in person, but in online school they don't overcomplicate it, but they just give you the exact information that you need and then provide examples of what you need to do. Like if you're in a math section, they will provide definitions of what you're learning, they will provide examples and why it's used, how you can use it in the real world, a lot of stuff just based around that. And then like in history, they provide like, pretty much history is like the same as in school, except you don't have your teacher talking about like how stuff in the old days is like how stuff was whenever he was a kid or whatever, because I know some teachers do that too, but it's just very straightforward. It's like a lot of examples. I feel like you can absorb the information a lot easier that way. Like I know for me, I definitely can, because I will sit there in front of the screen, I will read, and then I'll like do the activity or the little like quiz in between each lesson or whatever, and I will actually realize like I learned what they were talking, like I actually understand what this like little assignment is, and like what this game is, or what this little like whatever is. Like I understand what I'm doing. I'm not like, I don't feel like I'm guessing. I don't feel like I'm learning through the game or through the test. I feel like I actually already knew, like based off of what I read. And the reading does get boring sometimes. You can choose, or not choose, you can have it read it to you actually, which I don't do that. But that's something like if you have like dyslexia, if your head hurts, you can just like put your laptop down a little and just, or if you do it on phone, I don't know what everybody does it on. I don't really know what you can do it on, but whatever you're doing it on, there's an option to have it read it aloud to you. So if you need to like rest, you can just have it read aloud to you. You'll still get the same information. You can probably write notes, and I guess that's a little hard though because you have to go back, and I'm not too sure about how the reading is. I just know there is a choice that you can have it read the whole page to you, and that is probably something that is like good for some people if they don't, like if they feel sick, or if they have like dyslexia, if they have something that like just causes their eyes to have strain, or if they have poor reading capabilities, or really just anything that just like they would need to use that for, because that is a really helpful tool. I don't personally use it, but I can definitely see that being used for a lot of people, and I can see that being a reason why people switch to online, especially because if they're taking it in from the reading and they can actually take that, they can listen to it again and again, however many times they need, and actually absorb the information rather than it just come one ear and out the other. Like that is really helpful for some people, and I can understand that. There is also like, it's a little bit of a decent amount of responsibility. You have to be responsible. You have to like, I feel like you have to be able to be responsible, disciplined, like a lot of self-discipline, because like maybe you want to go outside, or maybe you want to go like somewhere or do something, but you still have to do schoolwork. But it's not that bad. Like it kind of, I feel like it can be it seems worse than it really is. Schoolwork is not that bad. There's definitely times that I have like put it off until the end of the day, but I can promise you it's not that bad. Just try and get it out of the way. Try and find something that motivates you. Like, if you can motivate yourself, which the first like lessons talk about motivation and discipline and like trying to just keep yourself like doing the schoolwork, and it's a lot better if you go ahead and finish what you can, finish what you need, than like sit there, put it off until the end of the day, and then be stressing about it, or not finish it and then just like be really like unresponsible and undisciplined with it. Try and build a routine for it. That is like the best thing that you can do. Like, I feel like maybe try and notice how your normal routine is. Like, just a day where you don't have school, don't have anything. Just notice how the normal routine is. Like, if you find yourself sitting on your phone for a while, if you just take that time where you're sitting on your phone, sit on your laptop, do schoolwork, all that time goes from just being like possibly wasted time or whatever you're doing with that time. Like, you can change that from being wasted to being like really productive, because all the time that you're spending on your laptop doing the schoolwork is going to your graduation. Because on Penn Foster, at least, you need 22 credits to graduate, and it's I think 4 or 6, it's 6 credits less than you need in school, I believe. And there's like, it's a lot of stuff that helps you just get pushed towards that. I feel like you'll find yourself getting to the 22 credits pretty fast, as long as you stay consistent with it. Try and push yourself. Like, motivation is really just find a way to motivate yourself. Take breaks, plan a schedule, like use a break as your motivation. Like, if you want to do schoolwork for until you finish one of the lessons and then you'll take a break, do that. That was one of the biggest motivations I was using at the beginning. I was doing, if I finish this lesson, I'll take a 5-minute break. And then I did that for every lesson. I ended up doing that for a little bit, to the point where I finished a whole credit in one day. It was like 22 lessons I finished in one day, and it was before they had like tracking or something. Like, they had restrictions on how much you could do in a day, and I had finished one thing to get a whole credit and then a little bit of another one. So I was really happy to be doing that. But you have to pace yourself. You can't, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. But it's also not even a marathon, it's like a half marathon, like a 5K. Like, you can see the finish line, but you still have to pace yourself. Because if you just try and run at it, then you're gonna take a wrong turn. And then you're gonna have to find a way to get back on track. So that's what happened to me. I did too much in like a day, so I got banned for 3 days. I took a wrong turn. I took like some alleyway instead of the actual turn, so I got set back a little bit. So just try not to let that happen to you, because I promise, if you get just a little bit less done, like, and not go overboard, then you'll find yourself doing a lot better than if you went overboard. And it seems like whenever you're doing that, doing more than you like feel like you should be doing, like more than you usually do, it feels like that's a good amount. But I can promise you, it's like, you just need to try and keep a consistent amount. Maybe treat it like it's like school, like where you just do it 5 days a week, or you can probably even do it less if you do, because if you do 5 days a week, you would do like 1.5 hour, or yeah, like 1.5 hour or something, probably more, like 2 hours and 15 minutes a day of schoolwork. You can set that in a 45-minute block. And I think that goes perfectly. A 45-minute block with 15-minute breaks, and that's 3 hours of work, or 3 hours that you have to put aside to be able to do that, because that's 45 minutes, 15-minute break, that's an hour, 45 minutes, 15-minute break, another hour, and then it's just that again for 3 times. That is a really easy like way to just go and get stuff done. Like, if you try and do that, or try and do another way, like, there's so many different ways that you could do it. You could sit there for an hour and then off 30 minutes, like hour on, hour off. Like, you can just do one lesson and then go and do something else and then come back, like, every 2 hours. Like, you have so much time throughout your day. You have 24 hours in a day. 8 hours of sleep at least is, like, obviously people get less than that, but at least is what you should be getting. Maybe 7 hours, 7 to not, or I think it's 7 to 9 hours is the recommended amount of sleep. So we'll say 7 hours is the least amount of sleep, leaving 17 minutes in a day, or 17 hours in a day that you have to do schoolwork. 17 hours is so much time. You can get 17 lessons done. I would say that you can probably get 17 lessons done depending on what you are on, because some of the stuff have a lot of reading, so you can't actually get that amount. But if you're on something that doesn't have that much reading and it's just activities, test, a little bit of reading, like only a little bit of pages of reading, you can get all that work done in an hour, then just go mess around for a little bit, come back for another hour, or however long you want. You can come for like 30 minutes, get past half the lesson, and then come back and finish the lesson. Like, you have so much control in that, and it's literally just what you want to do. Like, you just have to find the way that helps you the most, and whatever you find yourself being the most productive with, and whenever you find that, just go ahead and abuse that. That's actually so, like, once you find that perfect amount, just, you will be able to accomplish like exactly what you needed to do. Like, you will start impressing people. Like, say you have people that are friends that are still in school and they were in the same grade as you. Say they're like freshmen, you were a freshman, a month passed, 3 months passed, now you're a sophomore, and they're still freshmen. They talk to you and you're like, and they're asking you how schoolwork's going. You tell them, oh, I'm a sophomore now and I'm about to be a junior in like 2 months or something like that. Like, they will be so impressed because they will see, oh, you are going so fast. Like, how are you about to graduate before you're supposed to? Like, I want to do online now. That's really cool. And they will think that, like, oh, you're doing really good. But then also there's those people like, oh, online's easier. Online can be easier, but it's also like, you should be putting in more work. Not necessarily even more work. You should just be trying to read the stuff. Like, it seems easier, but no, it's just cutting out the extra stuff. In person isn't harder. It's just a lot more like unneeded, unnecessarily added stuff, and I feel like a lot of that can definitely be cutted out, but it's also hard to do that because you're teaching like 30 kids in one class. But online school focuses on how you learn rather than how other people are learning, so you can find out what you need to do. You can just focus on exactly what you need to do rather than the other 29 people in your class, and you will get all the help you need. You can reach out to people on some of the stuff. You can search up like extra information that you need. Just take notes, study so that you can actually keep the information. Like, that's all I could say. Like, take notes so that you're writing it, because if you see it, put it to your hand and then write it, like, get it on paper from your eye, you'll write it down, so you'll have it, like, your hand will know what you just learned, your eyes just know, your brain knows. Like, you sent that all the way down through your body. Like, you are processing that. You are processing it from your eyes to your hand, back up to your eyes again, because you see what you're writing. It's just like a whole like process of just getting the information through to yourself. I feel like that helps a lot. Like, I very much recommend studying. I very much recommend online school. You will learn a lot more, and parents definitely should be thinking about that more, because I would like to say to the parents, if any parent is watching this video, that online school is something that will teach your kid responsibility. Your kid doesn't necessarily need responsibility to start this. Just they will learn on the along the way that they need to do this if they want to graduate. Like they need to do this in order to achieve what they want to achieve. They actually have to push themselves so that they can learn how to be disciplined, how to be responsible, just anything that you want to see in them, like they can learn that through this. I've learned a lot through doing online school, and I'm not even done yet, but I feel like it is a very good thing for your kids to not only learn the stuff that they need to learn in school, but it helps them with real world education. It helps them with learning like how to keep themselves disciplined. Like it helps with that so much. Like I feel like I've been more disciplined whenever I started online school than whenever I wasn't, because whenever I wasn't in person, I would put off my homework until like the night or until like the very next morning. But now I will do my schoolwork right as I wake up, and then if I want to do more, I'll do it at night, and then I'll just go to sleep and do it the very next morning. And if I have work, sometimes, most of the time, I will come home from work and I'll just do like an hour of schoolwork. Like, it is actually such a good thing. Like, it doesn't make school feel like school. Like, I don't feel pressured into doing school right now. I feel like it's something that I'm choosing. Like, I'm choosing to get my education rather than feeling forced, which I feel like that can also cause people to learn a lot better if they aren't feeling like forced to do it. Because whenever a person feels forced to do something, they definitely won't like it as much, and it won't feel as enjoyable and as like helpful. But if you are doing your schoolwork and you can push yourself, then you'll feel so accomplished. You'll feel like you've actually gotten a lot of information out of it, and it's just so helpful, and I really recommend it. Like, it is something that I am very glad that I am doing, and I wish that I started sooner, because it's like perfect, basically. Like, all the extra stuff, you can go and watch a video if you don't understand what you're learning about, and then come back to what you're learning about in the same day. If you're doing that, you would have to go to the next day and then come. Like, you would do your schoolwork, possibly forget about what you even wanted to like watch a video about to learn more, and then you would have to come the next day to actually use it. But you can literally open a new tab, search up a video about what you're learning about, go back to the old tab, and then you'll have more information, and you have so many, there's so many capabilities with this, and it's crazy to like think about. And I feel like it should definitely be used by a lot more people, because in-person school, I feel like it isn't as helpful now that I'm in online, and I would recommend it to everybody. But thank you for watching, and have a good day. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that if anybody was wanting to go to online and couldn't convince their parents, that maybe this helped. Maybe they got to see more of an overview of online school. And if you need any videos convincing, need anything for any of the aspects they want to know about it, I will do my best to tell what you guys need to know. But thank you for watching, and have a good day.